Hello everyone, this is Catherine. Since it's Turner Syndrome Awareness Month, I thought I would tell you my experience about having Turner Syndrome and everything like that. Well, when I was born, I was diagnosed with Turner Syndrome. Then I was taken away from my parents for testing. Not sure how long, but because when I was born, they thought people with Turner Syndrome was mentally handicapped. More so than they are. Well, at least quite a bit of us are. I had lots of ear infections because of Turner Syndrome when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I had a hard time in school from grades 7 to 12, and I started getting teased and bullied in grade 6 to 12. Because of Turner Syndrome, I am 4'9", 4'10", something like that. Because of Turner Syndrome, I am infertile, which my husband and I are hoping to adopt someday, or have a surrogate to give us a baby. Because of Turner Syndrome, I had a hard time with math. I had a hard time with messy writing. Not so much now, but when I was a kid, yes. Because of Turner Syndrome, now that I had lots of ear infections, I am hard of hearing. I have bicuspid aortic valve because of Turner Syndrome, and because of Turner Syndrome, I have type 2 diabetes, because people with Turner Syndrome is twice as likely to get diabetes than the normal population. I'm married. I have 2 kitties, as you probably saw in other videos or on my Facebook or Twitter, Instagram. I have 4 degrees: medical office admin, BA general studies, computerized payroll accounting, and the latest one, social media and web marketing. I also have my certificate to teach English as a second language. I have learned some sign language. I went to 2 classes for sign language. I need to get it again, but right now I don't have the money to get my CPR first aid, but I did it twice. I have level 1 in daycare. I have since 1990, off and on, I have looked after children either at their house, in a daycare setting, and a little bit longer than 1990. 1989. Yeah, 1989. And since 91, I believe, off and on at church. If you don't know what Turner syndrome is a chromosomal disorder where, for me, I am missing an X chromosome out of the 2 X's that women have. I'm missing an X chromosome in all my cells. But there's other, and that is called classic Turners. There's other Turners, people who are classified as mosaic, who has opportunities to have children, and I know 2 or 3 mosaic Turners that has children. One has 1 and one has 2. And I might know another one, I forget now. But mosaic usually has a deformed X in all cells, or they might have a deformed X in some of the cells and missing an X in some of the cells. The characteristics of Turner syndrome is short stature for sure, averaging 4'8" people, but I know some people are like 4'3". I know some people with Turner's that's 5 feet, 5'1". So they range from those things. People with Turner's, oh yeah, and I have nonverbal learning disability because of Turner's. And a lot of people with Turner's have social anxiety, lack social skills, other characteristics of Turner syndrome is puffy hands and feet when you're born, a little shorter than normal babies, maybe even way less, and webbed neck. Some webbing of the neck is not as profound as others with Turner syndrome. I don't know if it's Turner syndrome or not, but I used to wet the bed when I was a kid till I was 15, and now that I'm an adult, I'm incontinent again, and like I said before in other videos, the urologist says that I have an overactive bladder, as well as it is common for people who wet the bed at night to be incontinent as an adult. Because I first started wetting the bed a few years back again, and then total incontinence. But I don't know if that's Turner syndrome or not. So people with Turner syndrome can do lots of things when they put their minds to it, like I did with the schooling I have, and hopefully I will get a job or be an entrepreneur. I am an entrepreneur with my husband right now, and an upcoming author, hopefully. I'm slowly getting my book done, but it's almost done. And to advocate for those who who have disabilities, have mental illness, or even invisible illness. Because I have invisible illnesses, like diabetes is an invisible illness. Nonverbal learning disability is a illness. And nonverbal learning disability is where I can't usually take nonverbal cues. My visual spatial skills are not the greatest. So that's why I don't like backing up when I drive. But I haven't driven since 2008, except for maybe once, because I can't afford a vehicle. So that's Turner syndrome in a nutshell, as well as my experiences with Turner syndrome. And I was diagnosed with Turner syndrome at birth because I had puffy hands and feet and a little bit of webbing of the neck. And I think I was a little bit smaller than usual. And I was only 6 pounds, 15 ounces as well. So I just started do this video because it is Turner Syndrome Awareness Month. February is, as well as February is Heart Month as well. So I will see you in the next video, and if you have any questions about Turner syndrome, if you have any questions about my experiences with Turner syndrome, just ask below, and comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.